Hello, everyone. I must welcome you all to the webinar series, Future You, Set Your Career Compass Right with Experts Insight. And this is Kalyani, your host for this webinar. So today our topic is build a career in financial markets. And in this webinar, you'll find out all about the different job roles you can look at in financial markets post an MBA, career growth in a company like London Stock Exchange Group, opportunities in corporate finance, equity research, risk management, profile building, tips from our speaker, skills to have in order to excel in this particular field. Also, challenges in fintech for fin professionals. So, and of course, we will be covering many more things apart from your questions. And so, let's welcome our speaker today, Aniket Bhatia. He's a financial consultant at London Stock Exchange Group, LSEG, and an alumnus of NMIMS Mumbai. Prior to LSEG, Aniket worked at top firms such as Motilal Oswal, ICICI, Grow Mutual, Wipro, and more. So welcome, Aniket, and thank you so much for being here today for this session.
Thank you so much, Kalyani, for having me. And thank you for that lovely introduction. And welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining on a Saturday morning. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Okay. So let's start from the beginning. So, what was the trigger for pursuing an MBA? Did you choose finance before getting into a B school, or was it a trigger after getting into a B school? Of course, you've done your BCom, so I'm guessing you were more inclined towards finance. So let's start from your BCom journey to MBA.
okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, before BCom, like just let's go back to 12th. Once my 12th was over, so that time you had two options. Basically, you either go for a CA or you go for a CS if you're choosing BCom. So I had gone for my CS, company secretary. So I was more inclined towards doing an MBA from the start. I wanted to do it, and I wanted to do it in finance. But along with my graduation, I wanted to pursue either a CA or a CS. So I completed my CS, and then after my graduation, I worked for 2 years. During working for 2 years, I even completed my law, like 3-year law LLB. After that, I decided to do my MBA. The plan was always to do it in finance. Having a CS law background, doing an MBA in finance made much more sense to me. Having said that, I know a lot of people who came in with an open mind to go to an MBA and then decide after the first year. Trust me, this is my observation from being at MBA campuses, being in the placement committee, and going to other campuses for competitions. Is the same state everywhere. That in the start you will come up with a mixed mind. After 1-2 trimesters, you will edge towards specialization. What you want to do, you will have an understanding of what you want to do. In my case, it was from the start.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's then talk about a little bit more about your career trajectory. Tell us about your career trajectory from your internships from with MCX and Motilal Oswal to working at London Stock Exchange Group. Yeah, how did that work out, and what all you did in between? So even ICICI and all that. So yeah, so
Okay.
talk about your entire career trajectory briefly. Yeah.
Okay, sure. So once I was clear that I want to get into finance, there are certain roles which we will talk about later. I want to get into the financial markets. So to get into the financial markets, I needed work experience of these companies like Motilal, Grow, and I have even worked on research projects which have not included, which are not mentioned because we have a short time span. So to
Correct.
get into these kind of sectors, right, financial markets, you need to have internship experiences. Don't care about the pay, don't care about what the college brings to you. Approach people on LinkedIn. You tell them that you want to work on a research project. You tell them you want to work on equity research. You tell them you want to do something for them. Have these brands on your CV. Have something like a Motilal, have something like a Sher Khan, have something related to the equity and financial markets on your CV. Okay, that helps you get a in. My in an MBA you don't really get to choose your placements that well. Okay, you can sit for companies, but then sometimes it does happen randomly. Okay, so I got into ICICI Bank, corporate banking. I was in a front end role throughout my career. I have around 6+ years work ex. I've always been in a front end role, and I think there's much more learning in a front end role, which we will talk upon later. So yeah, that's been my trajectory from Motilal to MCX to Grow, having financial markets, having a front end role on my CV. That has helped me get into London Stock Exchange right now.
Okay, so let's. So can you tell us about your roles and responsibilities at London Stock Exchange Group?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I'll just tell you briefly what LSEG does.
Yeah.
So my career, my company's trajectory was, it was formerly known as Thomson Reuters. In 2018, it was taken over by a financial data company called Refinitiv. And then the London Stock Exchange came and acquired Refinitiv and Thomson. Now it's called London Stock Exchange Group. So it's into the financial data segment. You must have heard of companies like Bloomberg. So Bloomberg and LSEG are like, they're along the same lines. There are many more financial data companies like Cogensis, FactSet, Capital IQ. So this is the space I got into. What's my role over here? My role is I regularly meet the buy and the sell side. I don't do sales. Let me clarify that. I'm a financial consultant. These are clients already on board. You have your Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley. You have your LIC pension funds. You have RBI. You have GIC pension funds. I go to these companies, they use our financial data. I know the product inside out. Anything related to the financial uh, uh, products which we have on offering, if they have any questions or queries, they come to me. I go and personally meet them, ask them if they are satisfied with the product that we have, and I try to establish a relationship with them. So my role from ICSI to here is along the same lines. I was a relationship manager in ICSI for corporate banking, large client group, and here I'm a financial consultant for these segments.
Okay.
Both buy side and sell side.
Okay. Okay. So, how since you've been in in a client-facing roles, even at ICICI, I believe. So, can you talk about the difference between your job roles and responsibilities at ICICI to your present roles and responsibilities? Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of. Yeah.
So in ICICI, I was a global client in global client group. Basically, I was managing companies like Reliance, Tata Motors, Tata Power, all the subsidiaries of Reliance, around 8 to 10 major subsidiaries, and Tata's 8 to 10 major subsidiaries, as well as Titan. These were my client bases. My job was I had to go to clients, meet them, understand their credit requirements, come and make credit notes, get in touch with the legal team, compliance team, get the loans approved for them, as well as maintaining relationship with them. Initially, for the first year, before they allowed me to go to the client side, I was making CMAs, basically credit monitoring agreements. I was analyzing the company's balance sheets and financial statements, and then seeing whether is it risky for the bank to give them a loan, getting it approved by legal and compliance. Because I come from a law background, they had given me that note making work as well. After a year, I got into the client side. For 2 more years, I was facing the clients. I was regularly at client visits. Now at London Stock Exchange, I am directly in front of the clients. Like in a week, I'm meeting around 10 clients. Every day, I'm meeting around 2 clients. Sometimes I'm at RBI. I'm at both the buy side and sell side. For some people who are confused what a buy side and sell side means,
Yeah.
I was coming to that. So your sell side will be your investment banks and equity research team. Your buy side will be your pension funds and mutual funds who are actually taking use of the sell side reports. Okay. So I am meeting both of them, and it's a client facing role, and I enjoy it because I like to be in front of CXOs. Okay. Every day, if I'm meeting somebody, I'm meeting a trading treasury head of a company. I'm meeting the chief economist head of a company. Okay, so that is the role wise, expertise wise. If you are in a client facing role, you can switch industries. I've switched an industry. If you're in a client facing role, you can switch industries, no problem at all.
Okay. Okay. From entry level to senior level, how does it grow in this particular field? And then we can differentiate between risk management versus corporate finance versus equity research very clearly. Yeah.
Okay. So entry level, very honestly, if you all are MBA aspirants, I'll be very, very honest with you over here. I will not mince around my words. It really depends on the college, what kind of a role you get into in the start. Okay. Except for the top 5, you will not get an entry level front end role. Okay. What do you mean by front end role? Let's talk about IB. IB, there's a back end team and a front end team. There's no mid team. That's just a myth, which was told to us in college. There's no mid level team. Okay. There's a back end team or a front end team. If you're in the top 4 to 5 colleges, you can get into the front end directly. Otherwise, any other college will make you start at a back end. Okay, in IB. You work at a backend in IB for 2 years, and then see, listen, it's my MBA has been over from 4 years. I have seen my friends and peers. I've seen junior batches and senior batches. After 2 years, they do move into front end. It happens. It's possible. It's not
Okay.
that if you get a tag or backend, you don't move. Sometimes internally, the company absorbs you into the front end role, or you take a switch after 2 years of backend. That happens. Okay.
Okay.
So the trajectory in any kind of a role, right? If you go into risk role, if you go into IB roles, if you go into equity research role, in the start they will not directly let you go to the customer. You need to know the nuances. You need to understand what you're doing. Even in risk management, okay, they will not give you the major crux of the work immediately. Okay, so you start at an entry level analyst level, okay, and then gradually you go to a associate level role. Okay, so hopefully that answers the question in every field.
Okay. But what are the different job roles one can look at in financial markets post an MBA?
Post an MBA.
So yes, post an MBA. So very specifically that. Yeah.
I'll tell you the job roles in finance only, which generally
Okay.
come in an MBA.
Okay.
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 The majority, like where the limelight is RIB, then you get equity research roles. Then you get risk roles right now in most campuses where I have been going to. As part of my job, I have to go to campuses as well. Even they are using financial data. Okay. You see these Bloomberg terminals, we also have our terminals there. So
Okay.
I keep on talking to students very regularly. So a lot of campuses are getting a lot of risk roles. So the audience here, if somebody is interested in the risk side of things, they should get into risk management and pursue an FRM if they want to. I'll talk on that later.
Yeah. Okay.
Risk roles are coming a lot. IB, equity research, your relationship manager roles are coming a lot. Now, wealth roles are not that plenty, which come to an MBA campus. But they do come. They do come, but not that plenty. Then there is corporate finance role, but that is majorly captured by the CAs. Okay, in corporate finance, I will get to what a corporate finance person does. And asset management roles, these are some of the roles which are available. But the top three are your IB, followed by your risk, and then equity research.
Okay. Okay. So can you then define exactly what a risk management job role would be? Very, yeah, briefly, but with example, if you can.
Okay, sure. Risk management, like suppose there are three type of risk. Okay, financial, credit, and operational. Okay. In financial risk, you will evaluate the credit worthiness of the company, of your party. Okay, so they will check the financials. They will see if what are the risk using VAR and other risk parameters. Okay. Similarly in credit, and there's also country level risk. Okay. So companies like JP Morgan, let's take JP Morgan for an example. They have 5-6 risk roles which come. There's a role which comes as country risk. Okay, they will analyze the country's risk, the sovereign risk, whether their bonds are risky or no, whether it's risky to invest in that country or no. Then there will be like credit risk and financial risk and operational risk. Okay, so these are some of the risk roles which are available. What helps you to get into a risk management job? Okay, you start at an analyst level and then you go to a senior risk manager. Okay, now. Even as a relationship manager, even an ICICI, okay, I had to know risk models. Okay, these companies generally have the proprietary models made. You have to plug in the numbers from the balance sheet and the financial statements. You have to analyze ratios. You have to see, like let's take an example, debt to equity ratio or debt service coverage ratio, whether the company is able to repay the debt on time or no. You have to analyze these ratios, make a note of it, and submit it to your manager or to your company that okay, this is my analysis of the company, whether we should we categorize them as risky or no. What helps you get into a risk management role is, of course, FRM is an option. But what I've noticed is FRM gets you an entry level job. Okay, it does. Okay, but if you don't have risk management experience or any risk experience, even having an FRM after 4-5 years of work experience, suppose in some other field, will not help you get into a risk job. So if you're very sure about risk, definitely pursue FRM, but from the start, don't pursue it later on.
So then how is an MBA helping somebody to get into risk management? And also for mostly people do say, experts do say that in equity research, one needs to have a CFA level 1, 2, 3. These are the profiles that usually get hired. So how exactly an MBA can help somebody to get into these without these particular certifications? Is it possible?
So you are asking whether you get an entry into these companies without CFA? Yes,
Mm.
you do get an entry. But let me
Okay.
tell you the harsh reality.
Yeah. Okay.
4 years, 5 years back, when I had entered MBA in 2017, okay,
Mm.
that time CFA was not that popular. It was getting popular. Okay, it was getting popular. Having said that, if there were 200 people pursuing finance, at
Mm.
least 100 of them had CFAs, at least, or were pursuing or were thinking, at least 80 to 100. So now
Okay.
what has happened, right? It has become so common that if you don't have it, then they question you why you don't have it. Okay, so
Okay.
uh, do you get a job? 100% you get a job without
Mm.
without a CFA or an FRM. They
Mm.
will check your companies will check your past experience. They will see your knowledge. They will ask you questions on finance. They will ask you what you're learning in the campus or what you have done previously. Okay, they see a cultural fit. Please don't underestimate a cultural fit. Okay,
Okay.
cultural fit is much more important than these degrees. Okay,
Mm.
they will see a cultural fit. Companies like Goldman Sachs, okay, they will see that if the person is smart enough, he fits in our culture. Okay, later on they will teach them what they want to teach, or if they want to pursue CFA, that's their call. But
Mm.
having a CFA on your CV definitely helps you get an interview, or they see, okay, an interest towards finance. It helps you get an interest towards finance. Similarly with an FR.
Okay. But what about in corporate finance? Do they also prefer people from these two certifications, or is it just an MBA would suffice?
Corporate finance is not required. CFA and FRM is not required.
Okay.
No, no,
Okay.
not generally corporate finance. I have worked in corporate finance in Wipro.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
although I am a CFA level one, but it
Hmm.
was not because of my CFA that I got it.
Okay. So can you talk about corporate finance with example roles and responsibilities, and then maybe you can just uh, we need more clarity on the difference between these three roles and responsibilities, as in the profiles. Yeah.
I will answer that. Corporate finance roles are very different. Corporate finance is
Hmm.
a huge term. You
Hmm.
Google
Hmm.
corporate finance, you will find a lot of articles written, but they will not give you so much clarity. Okay,
Correct. Yeah.
I went through that problem. Corporate finance depends on the company, which
Hmm.
role, but like giving you a headline view, it has more of accountancy. Okay, they will tally like what I used to do. I had to take the numbers from sales. I had to take the number from the delivery team. There are three teams in Wipro: sales, finance, and delivery. I had to take the numbers from sales, their estimates, their targets, what they are doing, what numbers they are achieving. I had to take the number from delivery. I had to then do my analysis and give an MIS report to my manager that what numbers are we expecting in this quarter. Okay.
Hmm.
I have other friends working in corporate finance roles. They are doing almost the same thing. It has more of accountancy than pure financial analysis. Okay. So
Hmm.
that is CorpFin. In equity
Okay.
research, you will be going through the company's balance sheets, their management, their fundamentals, their ratios. You will be going through their EPS, their PE ratios, okay, their EV by sales, EV by EBITDA. You will be analyzing the company, and then you will arrive at a fair valuation, okay, where you think that the company should be using. There are three models which you use, okay, DCF and EV by sales. There are multiple models, okay, that is pure into finance. That is equity research.
Okay. There's a question about what is the specific cultural fit which we were talking about. What should be your trait? So, along with this, you can also take the question about skill sets that are required. Three core skills, three soft
Okay.
skills. Yeah.
Yeah, we can link that. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, three hard skills in finance. See, honestly, having worked in various roles, your Excel has to be really, really strong. I'm telling you.
Mm.
Okay. Don't underestimate it. When you go into MBA, you will have these. In the start, any MBA college, they will start coming to you and telling you that join our Excel class or
Mm.
use this class. Okay. If not from them, just learn Excel and just practice on it. You only learn Excel by practicing on it. I have joined these classes. Okay, you
Mm.
only learn Excel by practicing on. Join them, but then don't stop practicing. Your Excel has to be very, very strong. Then your presentation skills has to be good. Okay, when I mean by presentation, not just PPT, your presentation skills when you're talking.
Mm.
Okay, but if you're talking about hard skills, your PPT making skills and your use of stats, your use of charts in financial worlds, they really, really love their charts and stats. Okay, they
Okay.
really love that. Okay, I used to dread making those in MBA, but then now I understand why it was important, why MBA was training us for that.
Mm.
And third, your finance knowledge. Okay,
Yeah.
companies, when they come for hiring, right, they will test you. Okay, what my advice is, whenever you are have an interest towards finance, see these videos which are available on YouTube. There are these lot of companies who are helping you gain this financial knowledge. Okay, there are articles, there are, just go on Google and type top 20 finance questions for IB. Okay, you will find
Mm.
one, two, three, four articles in that. Just read that, because they will ask you along those lines only.
Mm.
So hard skills is that. Along with that, one more thing is, just if you want to show an interest towards companies or finance, right? Just see if you want to go for a CFA or FRM. They are not the only two degrees.
Mm.
I'll touch upon that later. Soft skills. Now let me link that with culture.
Mm.
Um, let's give you an example. Let me give you an
Yeah.
example. One of my friends got hired in SBI mutual funds. Okay,
Mm.
as a portfolio manager. Now you would think that an introvert has problems in getting hired,
Mm.
in companies or in GDs or something. They needed a very calm and composed guy. They put him under pressure. Okay, and he was very calm and composed in his interview. Okay, why did that work for him?
Mm.
Uh, that was something they were looking for. That was their company culture. Okay, how do I identify what a company culture is? Go
Mm.
on these websites. Okay, just go and check what is the company culture in India, or just check on Quora, check on these portals which provide those cultures. Okay, like what is the working environment. Similarly, your soft skills in finance, they're actually looking at your soft skills. Okay, how composed you speak, what are you speaking, are you guessing. There were people in finance, GDs, who used to guess a lot. Okay, they will check your economic knowledge as well. Okay, they were just throwing random numbers which were wrong. Okay, if you
Okay.
are, suppose if you are going for an interview, know about the budget, know about what CPI inflation is, know about where the economy is headed, know about uh, any updates from RBI, the central government, or anything that is happening in finance. Know about the acquisitions of the company has recently made. Now, the
Mm.
last thing, third thing in culture is, please don't underestimate knowing about the company inside out. Go to the company website, see what their financial numbers are. Throw those numbers in the interview. Throw it. Okay,
Okay.
tell that you achieved a profitability margin of 9.2 billion. Okay, or million. Okay,
Mm.
and let them know that you have researched about the company. The biggest thing in an interview now, they don't check for your only financial knowledge. They know that you will acquire that. They check
Mm.
how interested you are in the job. If you are interested in the job, they will take you. One more soft skill I used to do in my interviews, which helped me a lot. But maybe this doesn't work in an MBA platform. But
Mm.
know about this person taking your interview. If you already know who's coming,
Mm.
go on his LinkedIn, check his LinkedIn post, check what all has he done. Talk to him about it. Talk to him about his journey. If he knows you are interested, if you actually searched him, they will not get reached out. They will just see that you're interested in the role. So yeah.
Okay. So, but uh, how about telling us clearly three soft skills? Maybe one is
No, three soft skills is your communication, how you articulate words. You're talking from an MBA point of view, right?
from the
Like
job point of
from
view.
the job
Yeah,
point of
as
view,
in
know about the
in
company,
financial markets. Yeah, as
know about the
in any
company.
of these fields. What
Correct.
all should be the soft skills that
Your soft
one
skills,
must
how you
require?
communicate, how you speak, know
Okay.
about the company. Okay.
Mm.
Actually research on them. I've seen people getting rejected for that.
Okay.
And third, know about what's happening in the economy. Okay, don't underestimate it. Okay,
Mm.
they will ask you questions not related to their company as well, not related to the role as well. They will just ask
Okay.
you to see if you have knowledge about the economy.
Okay. Okay. And you were saying something about introverts. So did that work for him because
It
he's an
worked.
introvert?
It
So,
worked
but
for him.
so the thing is, for client-facing roles, does it help if you are an introvert and you are not a people person, and then you have to keep talking to people constantly? Is that kind of a problem?
I'll give you an example.
Hmm.
The very clear example on this. In my company, there's a candidate who's a CFA and a CA.
Oh, okay.
He
Okay.
cleared 2 rounds, but
Hmm.
my company is not going ahead with him because his communication skills lacked. Okay.
Okay.
So does that answer your question? Even if you have all these degrees, but if you're in a client-facing role, if you are not
Hmm.
being able to talk, if you're not being able to communicate, okay,
Hmm.
they will prefer somebody who's more outspoken, or maybe who's more easy with the customers.
Okay.
It's a very important skill. Why it worked for him in a portfolio management role is, you are not in a client facing role. You are in a, well, let's say you are just analyzing where to invest the money, and you need a calm and composed person who doesn't panic, who's not affected by anyone else. So it worked for him there. So it
Okay.
really culture. I saw a question. Can you give more clarity on culture?
Ah,
Culture is something I will not be able to give clarity on. It's very company specific. Like let me take an example on Goldman Sachs. Okay, they prefer. It's the hard truth. They prefer people who've been academically brilliant from the start. Okay,
okay.
it's the hard truth of that. Okay, they prefer who have been academically brilliant. They don't care about anything else. They will pick up young guys who are academically brilliant, and they don't even look for CFA or anything. But that's their culture. They want that. A
Okay.
JP Morgan will pick. They will see your degrees and they will see whether that guy has an inclination towards finance.
Mm.
And ICSCI will see whether he will stay with the company or no. Okay, whether they will stay with the company or no, they will look at your location. Okay, companies
Okay.
even hire from location. Culture is something that is very specific to the company. A D Shaw will look for whether what's his interest. Okay, whether he wants to be in this hedge fund field, whether he will leave or no. Majority times companies will look for whether you're going to stick with them or no. They don't want. See,
Okay.
hiring is it's a cost to the company. Okay, they come from their day-to-day work. They are coming and they're hiring. They want to hire the best person, so they will look
Mhm.
at their company culture whether he fits in or no. I hope I've given clarity.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's take a question about trading because yeah, we are having there's how to get hired in proprietary trading firm.
Yeah, proprietary trading
Yeah,
firm.
yeah.
From an MBA, very difficult, my friend. Very
Okay.
difficult.
Yeah.
I've done my CMT, Chartered Market Technician. I'm I teach technical analysis on the weekends. I was
Mm.
very passionate about technicals. I wanted to get into prop trading firms just like you. Okay, they don't come to MBS, MBA schools, but how to get into them? I have 2, 3 friends who've gotten into prop trading firms. What they told me is, if you are ready to take a little cut on your pay, okay,
Mm.
these prop trading firms generally don't pay that well in the start. Eventually they end up paying much more. The variable component is a lot. If you're ready to take a little pay cut on your fixed, you can apply to them off campus and you'll get them. Like let me take you give you an example. I'm forgetting the name of that company. A tower, some tower. I forgot that Tower Research. I think it's in Gurgaon.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
they pay around 40 lakhs, but they only look for IITs. That's the hard truth. Okay, they only look for
Okay.
IITs.
Mm.
If you want to go to work for a tower research, apply to them off campus, tell them that you're ready to join them at a lesser pay, they'll take you.
Mm. Okay.
Not a bad
How?
option, trust me.
Okay. Okay. And for this, you don't need an MBA. Yeah. Okay.
No, they look at your MBA finance, but they don't come to campus. That's the problem. They don't come to
Okay.
campus.
Okay. Okay. So, but one can then apply anyway if their interest is inclined towards it and is an MBA. I mean, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they'll give you
Okay.
a test. They will give
Ah,
you their interview process will be a little
okay.
different. If
Mm.
you can get an interview from them, apply offline.
Okay. How to get into algo trading or quantitative finance, and what skill set is required to reach there, and what MBA colleges provide that degree to achieve that?
Oh, is that a question from the crowd?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so I plan to get into quant
Huh.
finance in
Hmm.
my career very soon.
Okay. Yeah.
If things go well, quant finance, one of the ways is know these languages, Python, your
Mm.
R. Okay, get a see. There's only one degree available for quant finance right now. That's called CQF. Okay,
Mm.
it's a very expensive degree. It's a 6 lakh degree, and I don't know how much it will help. Okay,
Okay.
but getting into quant finance, they will check what you're doing. They will check some strategies you might have. They will check if you worked on these financial data. They will check if you've done any kind of quant analysis on Bloomberg or something. They need some kind of an interest, concrete interest, of why they should take you in quant trading. Otherwise, they will look for a IIT, or these quant trading platforms only hire from IITs. That's
Mm.
IITs, and the top three IIMs maybe that too. Okay,
Okay.
top three IIMs maybe. So to get into them, approach them online, show an interest, show some language skills. There's one more thing which you want to consider. It's called EPAT. Okay, they help you in quantitative finance uh, training, and they help you with placements. See if you want, if that interests you. You can note down the name EPAT, but I'm not sure how much they will help you out in
Okay.
placements.
Okay. Okay. There was a question about how sustainable, how algo trading is successful or sustainable way of investing. So yeah,
Let me tell you the truth. Okay,
yeah.
algo trading is a sustainable way of investing. Okay,
Mm.
there is something known as I'm forgetting the word. There are two ways a person can trade. Okay, one is using emotions, one is a system trading method. Okay, a system trading will always beat an emotional trader. It will always do that. Okay, so algo trading, what it does, you identify rules like I have done that. Okay, you identify rules. The rules are based on your back testing analysis. Suppose if I know technicals, right? So if the company crosses the Bollinger Band, if the RSI goes above 60, giving example, if the company touches this 200-day EMA, then my algo is set at buy. Example, okay. But if the market is falling, if the entire Sensex or Nifty is falling, it's going below 17,000, 17,400, your emotional mindset will say don't buy. Okay, but your algo is saying from here, historically, last 20 years, it has reversed, buy. Since emotions are not involved, in algo will buy, and eventually, if your methods are back tested properly, you will benefit more in an algo way. So sustainable way of investing, algo does win, but it's not the be all end all. Okay, if you have a system, if you know how to analyze, sometimes emotional trading helps, but algo wins over it.
Okay, can you define investment banking roles and responsibilities, and then compare that with equity research?
Okay.
How different are these? And
what one should do to enter trading
yes.
career. I saw
Yeah.
I can help with the second one better because
Okay.
I'm into a trading career. But see, IB, I am a consultant to IB. I know what they do. Basically, they will look at trading multiples, comp multiples. They will make a pitch book, okay, for a company, mostly a private limited company. Okay, they will analyze the company inside out. They will use multiples, and then they will present to interested buyers. Okay, but you will not be doing that. You will be right now in the first 2 years of your career be making pitch books. Okay, you will just be making pitch books. Okay,
but investment bankers would be hiring more of MBAs, right?
100%.
And
100%. Only quant finance MBAs is the problem. Every other finance field, MBA finance, they look for that. Okay. You know what? Why? One of the reasons why MBA finance is so valued. Just let me come to that. Maybe that's getting diluted. CAs are dominantly there in tax as well as corporate finance. Okay. But in this role, you're not facing the customer so much. In an MBA, these companies know that this guy has been surrounded with whatever your batch size is. He will be able to talk, and his client-facing skills will be better. So in majority of the roles, an MBA finance is preferred over a CA. Okay, so that's where MBA finance helps. Like in investment banking, you have to be in front of the customer after 1-2 years.
Okay.
Okay. So it helps you there. The trading part, right?
What one
And
should do
how should you enter
in
trading career?
trading career?
So
Yeah.
much interest in trading. Okay.
Yeah.
I am happy to see that. So I pursued CMT. I've cleared my CMT, all 3 levels. I've cleared my CFT. CFT is Chartered Financial Technician. CMT is Chartered Market Technician. It's like CFA for technical analysis. It's even acknowledged by CFA Institute. If you clear CFA all 3 levels, you get an exemption for CMT level 1. Ethics portion is same for both. So to get into trading, CMT helps. Okay, CMT helps. And if you have an MBA finance and CMT, it might help you to get into the trading side of things. And get these brand names on your CV, man. Get these brand names on your CV, whichever are into these prop trading firms, the small firms. Tell them you'll work for them for free. Get them on your CV. I had, by the time I finished my MBA, I had around 8 internships. I've only mentioned 3 on my LinkedIn, 3 to 5. I had 8 internships during my MBA.
Okay. There's another question about which people should we approach on LinkedIn? So basically, to start a career in any of these, like trading, algo trading, and all that, which people are the ones we should approach on LinkedIn? Does it help actually? Or one can get internship and all that through
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I have even converted jobs through LinkedIn. Okay. I have directly approached HRs who are hiring. So in LinkedIn, you will come to know that who's the HR manager there. Okay. So approach them, send them your CV. I took LinkedIn Premium. I send them. You get 14 credits, 7 or 14. I send them my CV and told them that I'm interested, and I would like to do an internship project like Grow. How did Grow happen? I wrote articles for Grow for more than 6 months. Okay, on mutual funds, on financial markets. Okay, and having Grow on my CV helped me so much. Having now Grow is very, very well known. Okay, I worked for around 8 months in Grow. I used to write articles for them, and then so I approached them. So that helps, definitely helps. Who to approach? See who the HR is, see who the heads are. Approach the CXO level people. Okay, it's a myth that they don't have time to reply. They will reply, but don't approach. So in a day, I get around 15 people messaging me on LinkedIn. Okay, but there's a way to message. Okay, like one guy, I'll give you an example. What's
Mm.
not a good way to message? One guy messaged me just 3-4 days back. Send my CV to your company. अरे, मतलब, no request, nothing. Send my CV to your company. And some people will directly send, this is the job role, apply for me. No connection, nothing. Draft a message, draft a proper message that, hi, I was interested in this role. Make it easy for the person on LinkedIn. Don't make it difficult for him. Tell him this is the role, this is the job number, this is my interest, this is my CV. Can you help apply for me? Make it easy, let him download your CV, let him send to the HR. Don't make it difficult for them that I'm interested. He has no time to send your profile, share karke to the HR. Make it easy.
Tell me, these courses on financial modeling and visualization, data visualization, and all these, those certifications and all, does it help in in the long run to get a job in finance in any of these?
Having the knowledge of it helps, and entry level it helps. They ask you sometimes, once you got in a first job at in your hand, right? Then they don't ask you.
Okay,
The
so
first job
these will only okay. So basically, you could probably say these are good for profile building for a fresher, right? Can you give tips on profile building?
Yeah, I'll give tips on profile building, but not only for a fresher.
Not only for fresher. Yeah, so just give for fresher, and then for the people who already have had work experience, maybe not in finance before an MBA, but after MBA in finance, maybe it might help them. So yeah, for experienced people as well as for freshers. Profile building tips.
So just one thing, let me clarify. These financial model classes or these visualization classes will not only help a fresher, it helps a fresher more. I agree, helps a fresher more. But having these on your CV when these companies are coming for campus placement, it helps. It becomes a talking point, okay, especially if you highlight it well. For a fresher, it's you have to have multiple internships or projects. Go to your professors, tell, I want to work on equity research project. Okay, they'll generally give it to the entire class. Okay, they give it to an entire class, but ask them that, can I help you with something else? Can you give me something? Like, for example, I approached my professor. I said I want to become a Bloomberg champ on the campus. Okay, and he obliged. He was more than happy. I approached him and I said that I'm interested. Okay. Similarly, have as many internships possible. Okay. Because what they want to see whether you can work. Okay, or what work have you done? They will ask you. For a fresher, they will ask you that. Generally, I've seen freshers go for these degrees more than experienced people. Okay, they go for a CFA or they go for these Excel classes, modeling classes. It helps them. Honestly, it helps them. It shows an interest. Okay. For an experienced person, write numbers in your CV. Whatever you've done, right? Quantify it with numbers. Okay, they don't go deep into it. They just ask you what have you done in your previous job role. How will it help you in our current company role? Okay, they just want those kind of quantitative numbers. Just don't say that I made MIS reports for my company. Okay, that does not add value. You write, you made MIS reports worth what value, like what value of sales was achieved, what you showed to the manager. Help them with that. Help them with the numbers. Rest, having anything on your CV helps, man. In MBA colleges, anything on your CV helps. Take a lot of part in these CFA challenges. Okay, CFA challenges aate. Okay, they ask you on that. Company knows that CFA challenge ho raha hai, or these what do you call competitions. Okay. Winning competitions definitely helps. I got a PPI from a company for winning a competition. Okay. So it definitely helps. Try to take part in as many competitions as possible. Put that in your CV.
Okay. Can you please talk about financial modeling and valuation course, and can this course help us in landing a job in financial field or an MBA, or should I just go for an MBA? This is actually, I'm clubbing two questions together. Yeah.
See, listen, without an MBA in finance, some companies don't hire you. That's the sad truth. Okay.
And also because campus, I mean, it helps you with the campus placement once, you have an MBA from a top tier
university. Yeah, definitely. And honestly, you know what? Last 3 years, okay, first year of COVID was bad. 2020, 2021 was bad. From 2021, the placements across the top 20-25 B schools have been absolutely good. Okay, they're actually picking up. Okay, and the numbers are really genuine and good. I've gone to some campus. Okay, of course, sometimes it's a little slightly 10-15% exaggerated, but the numbers are good. You'll get a good decent job with an MBA in finance. So it makes sense. Having financial modeling supplementing an MBA finance will add more value. Like, you have financial modeling or valuation courses along with an MBA finance, definitely helps.
Okay. I have work experience in investment bank, but not in finance role. Will that help me in getting finance role during placement at MBA?
Yes, it will.
Hmm?
Yes, it
Okay.
will.
Okay. Even if they don't have an experience in that particular, as in maybe in marketing or maybe in something else. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, marketing. No, well, he said he has an
No,
investment
as in
banking.
he has worked in investment banking, but
Uh,
not in finance role.
uh,
But now, will that experience help him to get a job in
yes, yes, it
MBA?
helps. It
Yeah,
helps. It helps.
post MBA, of course. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's take some more questions. How much is creativity needed in the finance field? Is there no scope for creativity, just number crunching, or there's use of creativity?
There's a lot of use of creativity.
Yeah.
Lot of use of
Can you
creativity. Yeah.
explain? Can you explain?
Can I give you my personal example?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay. So let's take example of my current company. Okay, I will
Mm,
not name the client. Okay. I had to present to him. Okay, you might think that I'm just going and presenting to him in an informal way. I'm just giving him the numbers, what will help him achieve and everything. No, nothing. I took him out. I took him out for lunch. I calmed him down. I told him some of the. I talked to him about my journey, my life, and everything. Okay. I had a PPT made very innovatively. Okay, very innovatively. You have to of course get that approved from your manager, and then I showcased it to him, and it was just not numbers. Okay, and I converted the client. I am
mm,
genuinely I converted the client and I got him on board. I am not into sales, but I got him on board. He was very impressed and he was like laughing along. So this
mm.
helps. Okay, creativity in any field helps you, not only finance. It will help you in marketing definitely, but even in finance it helps you. Companies are not as stubborn as they used to be. Okay, they are not as stubborn. If you have something innovative, they will actually promote it. There was a guy in one of my previous companies in one of the uh, annual fest. He made a rap on finance and he sent it to the company. Okay, in a competition, he won and he was promoted to a different role. That helps.
Okay. Mm, mm. Okay, I'm currently working in option trading for a broker for more than 6 months. And how will it help to get into algo trading? So this is the same person, I think, who has been asking about algo trading.
See, buddy,
Wants to get all the
I
information.
can see you are into algo trading, but I'm being just one thing. There's an ambulance going from here. I hope is it
Yeah,
disturbing?
no, 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 we can't hear. Yeah,
So I understand your interest in algo trading.
yeah.
Check out what EPAT does and CQF does, and learn some languages. Okay, having an MBA finance, you can approach these companies if you're ready to take a little pay cut. Listen, MBA finance will help you there. I'm telling you, they will look
Okay.
at your interest in finance. Okay, and work on these financial data platforms. You in every college, in every top 25, top 30 colleges, you have your Bloomberg terminals, you have your Refinitiv terminals. You work on these platforms, show the company what you have done in quant finance, then probably they can hire you. Except for I am ABC and one, two more. I think I am Lucknow.
Mm.
Algo trading companies don't come.
Okay, okay. Can you name some trading firms which can help us to get internship while one is an undergrad? Trading firms on
Listen,
LinkedIn, maybe they can
yeah,
talk about.
listen. If you throw one stone, you'll find a lot of small trading firms.
Mm,
Okay.
mm,
Uh, right now, I can only think of Tower Research.
okay.
Who will give you an internship? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about it.
Probably, and you can probably write to him again on LinkedIn. Maybe by
Yeah,
then,
you write to me
he
on
might
LinkedIn.
be able to. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
He'll
have
be.
I have friends in my CMT community. I will ask
Mm,
them that if they know someone better
mm,
because I was always I got the job after my MBA, right? So I've always been in a relationship manager
mm,
or a corp finance role or right
mm,
now like a consultant role.
mm,
See in the CMT community, I know people who've gone into these kind of career
mm,
roles. So I'll
mm.
ask them.
So there is a question about, will CFA level 1 help in getting high summer placement and final placement in MBA, or help during the entry in IIMs? Now, yesterday you were mentioning that CFA level 1 you cannot really talk about it and all that till you have not completed till level 3, I believe, or level
Yeah,
2.
yeah. Till you
Yeah,
don't
level
complete,
3.
I can't
Okay.
advertise CFA. I
So
can talk about it. I
so
can't advertise it.
yeah, so the if this person has already taken cleared a CFA level 1, the person can mention it in the web in
Yes, yes,
the
yes.
resume,
Okay, so yeah,
right? Okay.
let me tell you.
Hmm.
There's a just be careful on this. Okay, some companies
Hmm.
notice this. Till you
Okay.
don't complete CFA level 3, right? You can't promote that I am more qualified because I'm a CFA level 2. Like I'm completing my CFA level 1. I'm a
Hmm.
candidate for level 2, but I
Hmm.
don't advertise it. So you can
Okay.
always in your CV write completed CFA level 1. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Earlier, 4-5 years ago, there was a thin line. People used to write CFA level 2 candidate. Now colleges are not allowing that. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
You can, if you've given the exam, you can write awaiting CFA level 2 results. Or if you've completed CFA level, you can write completed CFA level 1. Having said that, if you have a CFA level 1, right, written on your CV, that if you highlighted the word CFA, some companies do may bring it as a talking point. Okay. Some companies even filter ki CFA कौन से उनको करो, but not a lot of them. Okay, don't panic. Not a lot. Goldman Sachs also doesn't do that.
Okay. Okay. Being an MBA aspirant with only bachelor degree, currently pursuing BFM, what certifications can help me get into top MBA Fin colleges? Of course, first you have to clear CAT, get a very good score, get a very good score, and then probably get into one of the top, yeah.
See,
and of course, clear the PI, the GD and the PI.
She answered it for you. Okay, you have to get a good CAT score, good NMAT score, good XLR, ZAT score, okay, or good SNAP score. Okay, you have to get that. Without that, having a CFA and everything won't help. So one of the reasons I did not pursue it during that time, right now, just focus on your CAT. I didn't do any degrees that time. Okay, I was solely focusing on that. Okay. I had other options. I am from Mumbai, so I chose NMAT. It worked the best for me. Okay, like NMIMS is just like outside my house. So it worked for me.
And also the placements are good because of its location being in Mumbai. Finance capital. If you're going for finance, might as well start off from here. It's easier for you to even find internship. And also, yeah, I mean, even before an MBA, you can start, you can do many things.
Definitely,
so it definitely helps.
Location matters, huh? Yes, location definitely matters.
Definitely helps, yeah. So also, okay, tell us a typical day for you at LSEG. A typical day.
Okay.
How it starts, when it ends, how much, and also, yeah, the work-life balance. Of course, with investment banker, I've always heard there is no work-life balance. It's only work. With equity research, they say yes, it is more like like a time-bound thing. So yes, there is some amount of life there. Yeah. So how is a typical day for you at LSE?
See, my work-life balance is one of the biggest reasons I'm here. I'm being very honest. I am home by 5:30 and I have a 1-hour travel. I'm home by 5:30. Okay.
Okay. So yeah. So please tell us how the day starts and it ends. Yeah.
Okay. So I have to track the markets. Okay. I have to know what's happening. I have to know my product. Okay. So 9 to 3:30, I'm doing either I'm training a client online on an online platform. I'm meeting him virtually either. Okay. If he's giving me time during the market hours, generally they don't. Basically my role is maintaining good relations with the client. Okay. I have around 600 plus clients who are contacting me, okay, over a quarter. So my job is to ensure that they are happy. Okay, so I'll sometimes give them a call. I'll ask them if there new hires have happened, or if I can come and talk to them. Okay, maintaining a good relationship with them. After 3:30, after the market ends, I generally leave from my office at around 3. I go to the client place. 3:30 to 5, I meet around 2 clients. Generally, these financial companies are just nearby. Okay, nearby each other. So I go geography wise. Like in one day I'm at Lower Parel, the other day I'm at Goregaon. Like in Mumbai, sorry, if there are other people. So there are 3 financial. Correct. There are 3 financial hubs. Okay, so I go to them. I am at their site. In 1.5 hours, I wrap up and then I come back.
Okay. So this brings me to that question. What the recent news about, what is your take on NSE, the trading hours being increased from 3:30 to 5, and for equity market it has gone extended to 11 almost 11:55 p.m. So what's your take on this? Do you support? Are you in for it, or you? Yeah.
Okay. So see, this has happened in only one small exchange. It has not happened in NSE and BSE.
Okay.
There are other exchanges in India. It's not happened in NSE, BSE. Having said that, NSE and BSE both have been in favor of increasing the market hours from currently 3:30 to 5 p.m. or 5:30. Okay. My take on it, in India, it poses a lot of challenges. I don't think it will happen very soon. I'll tell you why. There are 3 reasons. If you can, somebody, if they ask you, you can note that down. One is there's a lot of back end work after the market hours are over. Okay, once the
Okay.
market hours are over, these treasury teams, okay, like
Mm,
I'm constantly meeting treasury teams. I see them working till around 5:37. Okay,
mm,
after the market hours, like 3:30, tak, everything in the market is there. Then they have to do the analysis, submit reports.
correct.
By the end of the transactions are there. Okay, so
Mm,
if they increase it, this will go on till, like, if right now they increase it till 5, this will happen till 10, and SEBI knows that. Okay, SEBI
mm,
knows that
mm,
a lot
mm.
of work involved. Second, um, there is a there is no real evidence that the volumes will increase or participation will increase if the market hours are increased.
Mm.
10 years ago, market hours were increased by an hour. It from 9:55, it had become at 9 a.m. Okay.
Okay.
Um, Still, the volume was concentrated at the first 1 hour of the market and the last 1 hour. Right now, in any market, okay, the more concentration is at from 9 to 10 and from 2:30 to 3:30. Okay.
Mm,
So they volumes might not increase. Why SGX, Singapore, and everything? Why things are working for them? It's
mm.
not the market hours only. Is they don't have to pay STT tax. Okay, we
Okay.
have to. Okay,
Okay.
so that is the reason it's working for them. It might not
Mm,
work for everyone. It might not work for India. Having said that, if they increase the market hours, so you get a little global perspective. What
okay.
happens is news is driving the market. Anything
Mm,
happens in Dow Jones, anything happens in US that affects the Indian market. Okay,
mm,
there's a there's a saying in technicals that if the Dow sneezes, India and the world gets a cold. Okay,
mm, mm.
so that's what happens. Okay, so if you
Okay.
increase the market hours, maybe you get a perspective what's happening in the global economy.
Okay. Okay. Uh, I'm currently in my final year of engineering. Should I directly go for an MBA or should I complete my CFA level 1?
Go for
I'm
an
in
MBA.
engineering. Yeah.
Go for an MBA.
Go for an MBA. Okay. Yeah. I mean, why not keep it anyway? You are from an engineering background and you can always keep your options also open
Go for an
for other
MBA.
things.
Some
Yeah.
companies prefer freshers, so go for an MBA.
Mm,
CFA you can do in your life. Aram
mm.
se.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. How to get a finance internship without any previous experience and skills?
Interesting.
Yeah.
You tell them very openly that I want to gain an experience, and I don't have a previous financial experience, but I have this knowledge. I am very well versed with Excel. I've done this course from Udemy, example,
Mm.
or tell them that
Yeah.
I want an opportunity, uh, see, listen. 10,000 is not going to make you rich or poor. Tell them these internships don't pay you more than 10, 15,000. Tell them that you're ready to work for free. Okay, they'll hire you.
Yeah. Okay. And the other option would be that, if you are a fresher previous no without any previous experience, but if you get into an MBA school, then you'll get in your summer internship, and hopefully
Yeah,
you can get into
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
finance company, and then of course you are set.
So
So
one
yeah,
thing,
that
let me
could be the
clarify. A
other
lot of
option.
people have
Yeah.
a concern that they don't have a finance background or a finance internship,
Yeah.
and they how will they get placed? Listen, I was in placements, okay,
Mm.
and what you are facing, everyone in every college faces. They don't
Correct.
have
Yeah.
finance experience. Why does the person go for an MBA then? So
Correct.
that they can get into finance, right? So then
Mm.
these companies know you don't have. That's why I'm telling you, do these research projects, not even internships, or do these research projects from your campus only. They have these. If you take in the first trimester or second trimester when the companies come, okay, you have
Correct.
these financial accounting projects, or you have the financial markets projects, okay, or you can do that to show an interest.
Okay. Tell me, with the whole tech bit, as in the fintech bit being, the disruptions and all, there has been so much news about, how it's impacting every industry. Of course, tech is impacting every industry. How is fintech disrupting fin professionals? As in, is it a good thing, bad thing? Are people losing more jobs, or more job opportunities are opening up? What is your take on this?
Fintech is disrupting the market.
Mm.
Definitely.
And how can our new, as in, our fresh MBA aspirants can, make the most of it?
Okay.
Mm.
See, listen, it is increasing jobs, no doubt. Okay. After 2 years, right? A lot of my friends moved from banking to IB who are working in IB, who are working in banking, who are working in corporate, they moved to
Mm.
fintech. Okay. They moved to
Okay.
fintech. So it's actually increasing jobs, and it's here to stay. It's here to disrupt. Okay.
Mm.
Earlier, just let me give you an example.
Yeah.
Earlier, you used to only hear about Bloomberg. You used to only hear
Okay.
about in the financial data field. Now
Huh.
there are companies like Cogensis which have come, Okay, this Cogence is a fintech company. Okay,
Okay.
they have come and they've disrupted the market very soon over a few years. My take is you will not have a monopoly. Okay, right now there's a duopoly. Okay, we rule in the foreign exchange aspect, FX and commodities. Nobody can touch LSEG. Okay, not even Bloomberg. Like we have 98% of the share in the market. Okay, but in equity, Bloomberg is the ruler. Right now, there are companies who are coming in and disrupting that. This is just one place. Okay, there are fintech companies disrupting a lot of banks. That they're disrupting a lot of job roles. But the only thing that you can do is gain the skill set to join that side. Okay, gain the skill set to join that side. Learn some language, show an interest, work in a fintech role from starting only. Like, I've seen so many people switching to a fintech role. Have some experience, you will get a job there.
Okay. Okay, there's a question about, it's a little more IB centric. Now, what skills should one acquire as a student to get knowledge about the investment banking role? Or rather, I think, yeah, what skills should one have? Yeah.
So this has been answered before as well, but let's still touch upon it. You have your modeling skills, financial modeling skills. You're talking about hard skills or soft skills? Okay, like I'm talking about hard
just
skills.
Right?
Yeah, just skills. You should be good with the articulation. It's the same answer which I've repeated again. Your financial modeling as with your Excel should be great. Trust me, I have very close friends working in IB. They make more PPTs than even marketing does. Okay, they actually have to make a lot of PPTs. Okay, for their senior clients and senior clients.
I think this is where I think MBA kind of really helps, because you are already doing it for those 2 years, and then it's kind of moving on along with it in your career. So definitely, an MBA kind of helps a lot. And also how our speaker also talked about, how it helps in transition as well. Like, if you're an engineer and if you're not interested in it anymore, if through an MBA, you can actually choose the other field if you think that, fin industry is where you want to be.
Yep.
Please recommend some books to start with to understand the big picture for fin industry.
Okay.
Books, yeah, if you remember.
See, listen, I will recommend trading books. Don't go as per me, but
but yeah, so do talk about some. Yeah, why don't you just mention a few trading books for starters, for beginners?
For beginners,
something that can help them to decide, even how to read a report, how to read, company reports, your mutual fund reports. Those. Get those 16-20 pages of annual reports, and what to take out of it. Can you decide on where to trade after that? Yeah.
So where to trade? Okay, so trading is different from investing. So let me first clarify what investing is and trading is. Investing, if you have any mindset below 3 years, that's not investing. Even 1 year is not investing. Okay, anything below 3 years is not investing. Okay, investor will look at the fundamentals, analyze the financials, and then think that this company is overvalued or undervalued, and then he'll invest. Like right now, a lot of people are saying Adani is still very overvalued. The fair value of Adani is, some people say 600, some people say 800, 900. Okay, depending on who you're following. Okay, right now, even after the big fall, it's at 2000. Adani was at 4000 1 month ago, and now it's at it went to 1000. Now it's at 2000. Okay, so it's fair valuation is still above. A trader will look at charts, will look at technical analysis, will look at where the support is, where the resistance is, whether after touching the support will it hit back or something. Then there's something known as swing investments, which I recommend people to start with. I do that. Swing investments is basically you have a mindset from anywhere between 1 month to 1 year. Okay. You suppose, for example, if you know technicals as well as fundamentals, fundamentally the company is strong. There's no problem. Okay. These blue chip companies, there's no problem. Technically, they have a level of suppose 2300 that whenever it touches here, there is a rebound back till 2500 levels. You buy the share at 2300, sell it back at 2500. Whenever it reaches 1 month or within the next 3 months, you sell it and then go to the next stock. You have limited capital, go to the next stock. So with swing investments, you generally look to aim to make around 5 to 10% a month. 5% a month is very easily achievable. Okay. So I prefer swing investments. People who are like the older generation, or someone who just wants to go core financial will prefer investments. People can even actually go for trading, which are day traders who want to make money quick, 5,000, 10,000 a day or whatever. They go for trading, but I don't recommend starting with trading directly.
Okay. So books on anybody who would like to, as a beginner, as in not
Hmm.
as a career in that sense, as
Okay.
in even
So
at
what
an
I will do,
individual level. Yeah.
I have some books. I will send you the names. You can send across to the people who are
Okay.
interested. Okay, there are a
Okay.
lot of books for trading right now. Okay,
Okay.
I will send you the basic books names, and you can tell them to the client, or people can approach me on LinkedIn. I will send them the books also. I have ebooks of that available.
Somebody is saying intelligent investor.
That's very much
That's a
fundamental.
very, yeah,
Yeah,
that's a,
fundamental.
but
Yeah.
then again, I think,
This
one
big
needs to
book, okay,
start
you want
from
to
there, no?
yeah, see,
Yes.
if you are interested, then only go. I've read the Intelligent Investor twice. First
Yeah.
time समझा नहीं था मेरे को.
I know, even I started off with it and then, yeah, yeah. So yeah, so maybe, like some tips as well, as in, if you're a beginner, okay, where to begin if you want, if somebody wants to try out even before an MBA, if somebody
Hmm.
wants to try out, if if finance is really my thing or
Hmm.
not, and doesn't
Okay.
have a BCom or anything,
Okay.
where do you think, how, what's the best way for that person to begin
What do you mean? Can you repeat the
in
question?
financial markets, as in
Okay.
any sort of career? I'm not talking about ER or this or that or risk management. Basically, if I have an understanding, do I even like finance in that
Hmm.
sense, like to make it as a career? What is the best way for them to start before an
Understood. Okay.
MBA, so that
Okay.
you're more focused when you're doing an MBA, that yeah, I want to be in finance because I like it, because I've been there, something like that.
So, in MBA, this is something which you will face is even if you're very, very sure that you want to get into finance, if you're tracking the markets, you're reading the news, you're reading what is impacting the markets, you're following Nifty, you're following Sensex, you are reading balance sheets and articles, you're reading annual reports. Before MBA, I was a company secretary. My job was to look at annual reports. I must have looked at annual reports for 100 plus companies. Okay. So that time it used to interest me a lot. But when you come inside MBA, not me, but I've seen when you come inside MBA, when you start learning accounts or cost accounting, you start getting scared. Okay, one request: don't get scared when you're reading cost accounting and accounting. That is not finance. That is just
Okay.
a part of finance. Okay,
Mm.
that's not finance. Okay. Um, See whether this space interests you. See, track the markets, track the economy, track
Okay.
shares, track share movements, track share news. Okay, news is something I think you should track. Okay, like if Reliance is coming up with something new, like when it came up with when it announced 5G, what was the impact on the market? Does this interest you? And it is very interesting, but to not everyone. It's interesting to a few
Yeah.
people. See if that interests you. That is some way to gauge interest.
Mm.
But you
Is
have to track.
yeah, is risk management a good career option to pursue after MBA compared to investment banking?
Yeah, risk management, your work-life balance is better. I'll be very honest. Your
Yeah.
work-life balance is much better.
Well, anything I think is better, work-life balance instead of, I
Your
think
work-life balance is better.
investment banking is just, you just need a kind of mindset for investment
Correct.
banking. It's very
Correct.
different from
Correct.
all other. So yeah, is business standard good to develop your understanding from business side? Or
Yeah,
can you
it's good.
talk about like any YouTube channel or anything where they can also learn a little bit, like the basics of financial modeling, the basics of, yeah.
If this class was after 2 years, I would have said my classes. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
Um, YouTube channel. There are plenty in the market right now, man. I'm not. See, listen. I work for a financial
Yeah.
data company. I
Okay.
don't follow these kind of. I have access to much bigger platforms. Okay. But you can go on YouTube. I know some trading platforms. Like there's one guy. I can't get his name right now. Trading View is one thing that you
Okay.
can type on YouTube. Okay, you will Trading View is a platform as well. So they update you on global markets on YouTube. Okay, they come up with these interesting videos on YouTube. Then the Power of Stocks is one channel. Okay, but that's for trading. Okay, that's again for trading. They will tell you how the market has reacted. For investing, there are a lot of these Spin Shiksha videos or these platforms who are actually conducting videos on YouTube. You can learn. You type on YouTube, you just learn, man. Just
Yeah.
enter the topic investment banking, financial risk management. You'll just find it.
What's the best I can do in finance to get the highest summer placement or final placement in MBA? Okay, this person is
This is the
very
guy who's
focused.
asked
Very
like ekdam
focused.
point paisa ki baat karo.
Yeah. Hmm.
Very honestly, there's a lot of luck element also involved in this.
Hmm.
I'm telling you very, very frankly. You can only do things to increase the chances of your luck. Okay.
Hmm.
You have good keywords in your CV. Approach
Mm.
people. Take your seniors CV. Okay, see what they've made mistakes and then they've corrected them. Take your seniors CV. Ask them what companies look for when you get into a
Mm.
campus. Right? Ask people what Goldman Sachs looks for, what JP
Correct.
Morgan looks for, what Morgan Stanley looks for. What are the keywords they're looking for? Okay,
Mm.
what a Nomura will look for. Ask them that and put those keywords in your CV. And
Mm.
listen, you will not be able to change your CV. Okay, use
Mm.
relevant finance keywords for their entire fin CV. Okay,
Okay.
and having degrees, certificates,
Mm.
and
Mm.
internships help. Having brands, trust me.
Yeah.
Some people, I even had marketing friends. A girl at 6 radio FM and all these brands on the CV. Okay, it really helped. She's
Mm.
working at HUL now.
Okay. And Mehul, also there is another question as well about which are the top B schools for finance and all. So Mehul, you can also, the other thing that you can do is basically, try to get into IIM Ahmedabad or IIM Calcutta, and probably, hopefully, you'll get what you were asking for. So yeah, there is a question about, I have a BSc in agriculture. How can I justify to pursue a career in finance in interviews?
Are you a fresher? Can you answer that? Are you a fresher?
Uh, not sure.
So take down these two names: trading against the
Hmm.
crowd. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, trading against the crowd.
1 year
Okay.
experience, yeah. Hmm.
Okay, take care. Trading
Hmm.
against the crowd
Hmm.
and trading psychology. Okay,
Hmm.
these are two books which you should understand for if you want to start your career in trading. Trading
Hmm.
against the crowd, and there's some operator name. I can't get that name properly. The Chronicles of a Stock Operator or something. The
Okay.
name was. I can't get
Okay.
that name. If I get
Okay.
that, I'll send you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, there's a question about, I'm working in reconciliation and it's not something but teaches a lot. It's more of an operational job, 1 year experience. Does this kind of experience impact my job prospects negatively?
Let me answer both. BSc Agriculture, 1 year experience, it's
Yeah.
okay. 1 year is not a big experience. It's okay. They'll just ask you why the switch from agriculture to here. Just
Correct,
answer
yeah.
that. Have a good answer to that. 1 year won't matter. If you had 3 years, I would have panicked.
Correct, yeah.
1 year is not a problem. Okay. Even an operational job, you can write 100 good things that you've done. They will not approach your company ki isne kiya tha kya. Like frank things. Okay. Make
Yeah.
it financial. Okay. Make it on the financial side. Okay. Like you've seen these posts, right? कैसे लोग CV में क्या क्या लिखते हैं. Make it truthful, but make it like in show that numbers का क्या किया है या कुछ किया है. And
Correct.
would you recommend doing internship
doing
now?
internship
I'll be
now.
joining MBA program 2023. Have you cleared your MBA? Like which MBA college you're joining? Do you have free time now? MBA colleges start in June. Do you have free time?
So we don't know whether they have free time or not. But yes, I mean, if you have free time at all, then yes, please. Internship always helps.
Yeah.
Because obviously, more than certifications, I think internship kind of, gives you that also more talking points because you've been there in it. So
if
yeah.
If he's preparing for interviews, no, first
interviews.
focus on that. No. First focus on that.
Yeah, first clear something and get good calls and yeah. So yeah, that's more crucial. So yeah, so I guess yeah, we have already exceeded our time.
One tip which I wish somebody had given me: be very, very thorough with your Excel and PPT skills. Okay, in MBA it's going to be rigorous. First year will come and hit you on the face. Okay, the number of PPTs you're making, number of Excels you're making, you will just lose it. Especially PPTs. Okay, especially in the first year, especially PPTs. Be very, very well averse with Microsoft of the platform, Word, Excel, PPT. Okay, if you have time, learn them. Take some class, learn them, or learn them online. Be very, very thorough with them because when MBA comes, you will not have time. First and second trimester, you won't have time to breathe. The number of projects that will come to you. One day, 2 exams on a day. So you will not understand what is happening with you. So be prepared.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Any other tip?
Yeah, some people when they came inside the campus, they were not used to this having 2 exams on a day platform. Okay, they used to think that how can the college do that? It happens. Be very prepared. Don't when you're in class, right? Keep on learning. Okay, keep on learning because when the exams will come, you will not have the time. Preparing 2 papers in a day will not be easy, and then next day again there are 2 papers. It won't be easy. Oh, and one last tip. Your GPA is very much affected by your internals. Okay, 1 mark up and down will affect your GPA a lot. So be very, very focused on that. Your internals, whatever exams you want to be giving when you're inside the college.
All right. Okay, Aniket, thank you so much. Thank you, attendees, for all the questions. And thank you, Aniket Bhatia, for all the insights. Thanks, Uta. Yeah.
Bye.